Part 1. Did you know I once died while on fire? Did you know I was a threat even before I became a hero? That I almost roasted an entire car just because I got nervous? That's right. I'm Johnny Storm, but you can call me the Human Torch. And before I became the flaming icon of the Fantastic Four, I was just a hot-headed teenager with a tank full of attitude. It all started the day we launched that crazy spaceship, stolen by my brother-in-law. Yeah, Reed Richards. The plan was to beat the government red tape and test the ship before they shut it down. But we didn't count on a cosmic storm that would change our lives forever. Radiation, mutation, chaos. That's when my body literally caught fire. At first, I almost killed everyone. I had zero control. The first time I burst into flames was inside a car. My sister Sue had to calm me down before I burned everything to ash. But unlike what most people think, it wasn't all superpowers and fame. I've been hunted, mistaken for a living weapon, and still, I chose to become a hero. Yeah, lighting up is easy. The hard part is not burning everything around you. Part 2. Yes, I once had a ridiculous costume and a solo career. Probably know me as the guy on fire from the Fantastic Four. But what most people forget is that I once tried to be a solo hero, right at the beginning, back in the 60s. New costume, solo missions, even my own rogues gallery. I fought the Wizard, the Frightful Four, and even a crazy villain called Asbestos Man, literally designed to defeat me, immune to fire. I was young, impulsive, and thought I could handle everything alone. Spoiler, I COULDN single quotes T.O, and my solo costume. Bright red skin tight, with a flaming chest emblem. Bold meets cringe. But hey, back then, everyone wore outfits 2 sizes too small. Still, I learned a lot during that phase. I realized being a hero isn't just about setting things on fire. It's about responsibility. Yeah, kind of like what Webhead always says. And in the end, I found my real strength came from the team. Alone, I was a spark. With the Fantastic Four, I was an explosion. Part 3. I dated an Inhuman, and it almost started a war. You ever heard of the Inhumans, a secret society, hidden from the world, with bizarre genetics activated by Terrigen Mist? Yeah, I got involved with one of them. Crystal, she's Medusa's sister, and Black Bolt's sister in law. We fell for each other fast, and that made a lot of people nervous, especially the Inhumans. Crystal had royal duties, and being with an altered human like me didn't sit well with anyone in Actalon. Even my sister Sue thought it wouldn't work. But we tried. She even joined the Fantastic Four for a while, filling in for Sue during her pregnancy. It was intense, it was real, and it was chaos. Political tensions, opportunistic villains, and of course, good old royal jealousy. In the end, our worlds were too different. She went back to Attilan, and me. I was left with a hole in my chest that not even fire could fill. Part 4. I've fought the Thing. A lot. Ben Grimm the Thing and I are like brothers who can't stop messing with each other. Since day one, we've been at it. I've dyed his skin pink, swapped his shampoo with glue, and he's thrown me out of the Baxter building window more than once. But it's not all jokes. We've had real fights. And when I say fights, I mean full-on brawls. Once, after a heated argument about team leadership, he punched me so hard I went through 3 floors. But beneath all that, there's respect. I admire Ben. He's the most grounded of us. The one who suffered the most, who can't hide or turn back to normal. And still, he fights for others. We bicker, prank, and push each other. But in the end, I know he'd protect me with his life, and I'd do the same. Part 5. Spider-Man replaced me in the Fantastic Four. Did you know, Spider-Man once took a founding member's spot in the Fantastic Four? And yeah, that member was me. During a rough patch, I was presumed dead. My team had to move on. Peter stepped in, even wore a white uniform, the Future Foundation, but I wasn't dead. I was trapped in another dimension, fighting to return. When I came back, it was weird. Seeing someone else in my place, it stung. But if anyone was going to fill those shoes, it had to be Spidey. We've always had that classic rivalry, but we're also great friends. Peter and I both use humor to deal with disaster. So even though it felt strange, seeing him step up made me realize something. I mattered. Part 6. I died, and fought my way back. This isn't a metaphor. I actually died. Got torn apart by a swarm of aliens in the negative zone, while defending an breach. Every time I died, they brought me back with their tech. And the first fought again. Dozens of deaths. Over and over. Reed thought I vanished. The team moved on. But I was there, caught in an endless loop of resurrection and violence. Until one day, I'd had enough. I rallied prisoners, led a revolt, and broke out. When I returned, I wasn't the same. I had scars no one could see. The flames were stronger, but something inside me was broken. Being a hero sometimes means dying inside, and still choosing to fight. Part 7. I owned a skyscraper, and almost went bankrupt. After the Baxter building was destroyed, we had to relocate. And guess who inherited the keys to the new HQ? Me. Yep, Johnny Storm, owner of the Fantastic Four's new base. At first, it was the dream. I made decisions, threw parties, invested in cool tech. And yeah, I spent way too much. The bills piled up fast. That's when I had to grow up. Cut costs. Ask Peter Parker for help. Create sustainable systems. I even mentored a group of gifted kids for a while. I'm not just the team's comic relief. Sometimes, I can actually be a responsible adult. For a few weeks, anyway. Part 8. I fell for Neymar's ex. Oops. It's not what it sounds like. I didn't know Frankie Raye had history with Namor. When we met, she was just a normal woman until she discovered her fire powers, maybe even stronger than mine. She joined the Fantastic Four. We connected, and yeah, we fell in love. But fate had other plans. Frankie was chosen as the new herald. She accepted, became a cosmic being, and left. I never saw her the same way again. Maybe it was love. Maybe just a spark. But watching someone you love become something untouchable, that burns. Part 9. I've saved the world, but no one remembers. The Fantastic Four has saved the universe countless times. But you know what stings? We never got the spotlight, not like the Avengers. We fought Galactus, Doctor Doom, Nihilus, and half the time, people don't even notice. But I notice, because it's not about fame. It's about who stood beside me. Reed, Sue, Ben, my family. That's why I keep going, even if no one remembers us. Part 10. I'm the Human Torch, and I'm still burning. After everything, the deaths, the lost loves, the failures, the fights, I'm still here, still on fire, still trying to do what's right. I'm not the strongest hero, or the wisest, but I'm the one who never burned out. And if you think you know all there is to know about me, just wait. I'm Johnny Storm, and I'm still burning. The Human Torch, on fire since 1961.